Beep, beep, beep.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science.
So maybe you can help a brother out.
Like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
So I'm a surgeon, okay. And I was a field surgeon.
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
Sure, dude.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes.
Nice.
So, what do you say?
Let's do it.
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Where am I going? The Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent. and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes.
Not gonna help the poor girl?
Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Oh, yo, I got a sick outfit though. Dude, I look fucking dope.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the secret of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Blood the quality indicates how much XP you'll obtain from a particular citizen. The higher the blood quality, the more XP you gain. To drink the blood of your prey, you first need to mesmerize them and lead them out of sight of others.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Damn.
In the back, you bastard! Didn't have the guts to fight me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Huh.
To taste a life, to embrace its most intimate secrets. Such a burden, such a divine sin.
Jesus. Alright, how do we get in the hospital? Looks like a spooky place.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
Sorry.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
So they all know about
Dr.
vampires?
Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I got a few
would
questions.
like to ask a few questions first. What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The Administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
Indeed. Okay.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
So on the second floor.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we
Thanks,
know
Doug.
each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Okay.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
That's a good play.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with.
Nice.
A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
But she isn't. Thanks, Doug.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Who are
Good
you?
evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Good to know.
Goodbye, Milton.
What up, Gwyneth?
We are.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
Yeah, really.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Hey, it is.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years
Do you guys fuck?
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Yeah, I don't care about your shit. Actually,
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
but
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett's. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Gotti. Yeah, we already know that.
I'm not familiar with all the
Nah,
stuff.
fuck.
Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals. Most of them. Dr. Swan...
Most of them.
It would be...
No, that's rude. I don't want to be a dickhead.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Is this Tippets? Maybe I can...
Good evening, Dr. Tippets.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
No, but... okay.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippets.
I want to go talk to, Milton. I didn't ask any personal questions to get more information.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Doing the best I can. Okay.
Goodbye, Milton.
Actually...
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening,
Okay.
Goodbye, Milton.
Just going out to help somebody. Alright, let's get inside.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Who are you?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me,
Oh.
mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Huh.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality.
Yeah,
and
lols.
you think it is I who am delusional.
You don't need to get Oh, I could do a medical checkup.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reed. Blood is the only drug I need.
Huh.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I believe it. I like her.
Leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Oh, fuck. What's up, bro?
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you
Was it
can
a
help
burn?
me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How close are you to Miss Hawcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of my blood. And the pain.
He likes
it's
it.
real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
Don't want to speak ill of her.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
It's true.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Jesus.
Precisely why you're a patient here.
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
That doesn't sound pleasant.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak.
Fuck.
But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Do
you need assistance?
I'm fine. Just do something for this pain, will you? That's all I'm asking.
Okay.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
Sean Hampton. Oh, you. What's up, bro?
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you.
Ah, dude, it's okay.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return
to my flock? Yeah.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
True, true.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
Do you know Tom Watts? The bartender from the Turtle. I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great. How do you feel?
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
True enough. Yeah, we know what he does for a living. Alright.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Who else? Already talked to him. Always have a little... That's Harcraft. There's more doctors and people over there. Let's go talk to them. Any patients? Okay. Who are you?
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Yeah, I'm the best.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed.
Not interesting.
I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
Keep fighting, bro.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
Dude, I must be dope.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
I don't care about the fucking hospital. Yeah. Personal questions.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him? Or to prove your point?
Yes.
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Good to know. Good to know. Okay.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Are you a patient? Her. What's up, dude? I know things about you.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
My sweet girl.
Why don't you talk to me?
I will not let you down, my boy.
Okay. Dorothy Crane, okay.
It's locked, all right.
Can I talk to you yet?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
What happened?
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
Fuck.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Right.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army. Building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps.
Oh.
Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
Wait.
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
19. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to figure, because I thought this game was based before this. Oh, 1918. Okay. So it's just after
losing their mother. They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
One second here.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter. And a good one, too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
I'm all right. Considering the state of this place, I should consider myself lucky, I guess.
Okay.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Okay, that door closed. I don't like that. That was.
Time with me.
What's wrong with you?
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Mortimer.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
Right. Should have seen that coming.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful, I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
Alright.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
You.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick.
Yeah.
Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
Tell me about him.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Oh my god, fuck off, bitch.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief.
Yes.
It was cheap.
She charged you.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes. And I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
I got you, boo. No need to be a bitch.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Where is that fucking doctor? Where is she at? Dr. Hawkins. You're about to get in trouble. Who are you?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you
really.
in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Wow.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Doctor.
Yeah, really.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved
really,
many
fuck
lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
Fuck you.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his
He's not gonna like it.
research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
Other people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my...
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
And I'll
Dr.
fucking bite
Swansea
you.
has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get.
Yeah, seriously.
You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
My God, fuck you.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital instead of a burden.
Eat a dick. I don't like this guy.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
But I need to find Hawkins. Harvey Fiddick. No. Pippa Hawkins, you.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet.
No.
My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
So I heard that you are...
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse?
Nah.
What if in the end, nobody was spared?
That would be good. Not gonna say get a grip.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You're right. When dealing with such a terrible disease, one must remain humble. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try our best.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the staff doing?
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
And show me with the
Not
money.
well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is he so...
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Seemed alright with me.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
R2 for details, blood quality, they're healthy. Okay.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Even though I know that she's stealing shit. That's Ackroyd, Stickface McGee. Thumbhole Crow. Gwyneth. Where... Wait, what? Investigate citizens' actions?
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Doing what I can.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Well, fuck me. Okay.
Goodbye, Milton.
What did that say? Like, investigate citizens. Harvey.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
What are you doing?
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of.
Interesting.
She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Very interesting.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
Did I get any more? Okay.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Hey, bitch.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
No.
I'm okay.
I have to...
Don't bitch about the hospital.
How's my son doing?
He's doing fine, but you need to maybe tone her down a little bit. Okay, fuck you.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
I'm so tired.
Just take a nap, bro. Okay, maybe it's time to go upstairs. Who is that? Okay. Actually, maybe I'll try it on him. Because he's kind of...
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
Oh, no. Give medicine. Can I not give medicine?
I will see you later.
What? But I want...
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir.
Why can't I give him medicine? Because I don't have medicine, I guess?
I will see you later. I have to go now, sir.
I'm alright. Waste your time with me.
Alright, let's go up... Who the fuck is that guy? You look like a doctor. We have not met yet.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana. Broker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean? You used to be a doctor. Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Interesting.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too.
Ooh.
Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
True say, dude. True say.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
True,
do you
dude.
think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
So you're ready to die?
So you're ready to die?
No, I'm not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man.
I was gonna say that's a.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
I like this guy.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is...
Yeah, right.
We'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
Except me, because I'm a fucking Vampyrian.
Goodbye, Mr.
Later, dog. Okay. So I think we've met everybody here. Let's go upstairs to where our office is and see what Who are you?
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Later, dude.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
You are going to reveal all your secrets to me, even the darkest thoughts in your heart.
My blood and soul. They belong to you now.
What the fuck is happening?
In your veins. This dead flesh needs it.
Oh, please spare me, Dark Queen. Spare your obedient slave.
I don't know what's happening.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Any more questions?
How close are you to Miss Horcroft?
Wait.
Aren't you afraid?
Oh, right. I already asked that. Nothing new.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Where's your girlfriend? God, she got far. What's up, girl? Anything?
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Let's just...
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
Yeah, really.
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
Maybe she actually is. Huh.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Nice. Alright, let's go upstairs.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Prevent disease, wash your hands, don't cough on yourself. Don't be a jackass. Find your office on the second floor. Alright, let's do it. Let's get up there. Some more people up here. Nope. Justice. All these doors are locked. Okay. Is this my room? A used hacksaw. Interesting. Hey, it's me.
It's locked.
Name the room beside mine? No. Okay. Let's look at my new shiny room.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
That'd be kind of cool, though. Dear Jonathan, I asked the nurse to secure an office for you on the second floor. Please forgive the decoration, but the Pembroke Hospital is not exactly the Ritz. Sorry to let you discover your office alone, but I need a little sleep before going back to work. I'm just a mere mortal after all. I also gave orders to let you rest, and for the staff never to enter your room. You'll be able to sleep all day without being disturbed, and work at night without raising a suspicion. I'm afraid the place is quite messy, but you'll be able to conduct your experiments here at your own pace. You'll also notice that there is an open window with a scaffolding that will allow you to enter or exit the hospital without being noticed. I imagine how awfully new and disturbing this place all must be. Believe me, I've studied enough of your species to understand what you must now be facing and feeling. Be assured I'll do whatever I can to help you with this ordeal. Know that you're not completely alone facing it. I'm glad I met you. These dark times we're all presently facing. I hope our future collaborations will yield great results. Welcome to the Pembroke, your esteemed colleague. We shall talk soon. P.S. I left a copy of some notes concerning what we discovered about. Okay. Okay, so here's where.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Glass vial. Is there a sink? Okay. But is there a sink? But a sink. I'll not let you drown, my boy. Okay, can I give it water now?
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Okay. Yeah. TLDR, dude. Give me the Coles notes. So I can take a snooze. Alright, let's read this shit. Craft! You first need to analyze the components you found to unlock new recipes. How do I do that? How do I analyze? Serums. Now what?
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Okay, so I am level 3, I got 1800. Ultimate. Tactical. Toggle, drain your stamina to fade into the shadows and become invisible to most enemies. See, I like that. Blood barrier. Carry 3 serums, number of bullets you can carry, I don't care about that. Increases your blood absorption when using bite. Increases your blood capacity. Increases your stamina. That was low. Let's do that. Let's also increase our health. I want one of these tactical things. You will block your target's blood in their veins, making them defenseless. Gross. You can create an invisible barrier absorbing direct damage until it fades or is destroyed. Increases the life regenerator and use a bite in combat. Increases blood absorption. Okay, no. We're gonna wait till level 4. Oh. Major... Whoa, what? Major just, the more lives you take, the unhealthier the district becomes. If the district health status drops below critical threshold, it will plunge into chaos. Just for you to decide a district's fate. Fuck me, okay. Who's that? Oh. He's hurt. Oh. He needs, what is that, water? Oh. Okay. I understand this.